Hey everybody, so Mark decided he wanted me just to do a little blurb about what happened, and here we go. We were in South Carolina and everything was going well. We were getting the RV all ready to move for that day. We were going to move down to Savannah, Georgia, and just there north of Columbia, South Carolina. Everything was packed up. Truck was all hooked up to the RV, and last thing was to go back and check the lights and make sure that the lights work. Now these units there are spaced a little bit apart with a few trees in between them in the lots. And as I went back to the back of the trailer, now you got to keep in mind we've been walking around the trailer for the past hour getting everything hooked up and everything done in and out. And as I walk around to the back of the trailer, two black dogs come darting out from the trailer to the RV to the left of us and from the trees, and comes darting out at me, barking and yelping at me, and one of them goes to jump up and snap at my face. And I jumped back, and when I jumped back, I slipped on the gravel and fell, and now we have this. Very painful. Never know what's going to happen from one moment to the next. It had taken my wrist and pushed it all the way back here, and was twisted and turned sideways. Wasn't a pretty sight. Wasn't a very fun thing to happen. The lady with the two dogs comes out and says, "Are you okay?" And I said, "No, my wrist is broke." And she says, "Well, do I need to call an ambulance?" And I said, "Yeah, somebody needs to call an ambulance." I mean, we were already hooked up to the truck and everything. So Mark's just trying to get me up off the ground and to a position to where we can adjust, hold my arm and everything, and I'm screaming. And the lady calls the ambulance, and that was pretty much the last time we saw her. She disappeared, wouldn't come back out, got the dogs, put them back inside, and then the rest of that was just dealing with the ambulance and the rest. It's just to go to say, now what it's done is, and Mark will put, I'm sure, an image of the x-ray of what the doctors had to do in order to fix this and get my arm back in place. For the rest of my life now, I will have to be going around with plates and pin and screws in my arm or in my wrist. So the thing to keep in mind is, if you've got large dogs and people are trying to get moved around you, be nice. Keep your dogs inside and out of the way. Have respect. I mean, I love animals. I love dogs especially, but keep in mind, if you've got dogs that people aren't used to, keep them inside and out of the way while they can get their stuff done. 5 minutes, if she had kept those dogs inside that RV, 5 minutes, just another 5 minutes, then we would have been out of there and we wouldn't be going through all this. We had to go to the emergency room in South Carolina, and then we turned around and had to come down here to Savannah, Georgia, and now had to have surgery here. So best thing, keep your dogs out of the way. And accidents happen. You just got to learn to work around them. We had the emergency room in South Carolina just did a temporary bandage, put me out so they could put my hand back in place and put a temporary bandage and brace around it. And then when we got down to Savannah, we went to Fort Stewart, and the military doctors there, kudos to Dr. Hadaway, did a great job putting my arm back, doing surgery and putting my arm back in place with the braces. Y'all have a good day.